Apparently I run out of fuel. I'm always very far from the fuel cans and I run out of fuel. Let's go get some gas for this thing. Hey, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Flat Rock Outdoors here. We're gonna do some mowing today. It's finally been dry. It's been in the mid 80s the past 2 days. No rain for a change, and it's been somewhat sunny, a little bit overcast from the Canadian wildfires here in the Northeast. Kind of dimming the sun a little bit, but that's all right. And it's finally dried out the grass. So this is the first time this season we're gonna mow dry grass, which will be a nice change of what I've been doing all year. So check it out. We're gonna go fire up the Craftsman PYT9000, the one with a short deck, unfortunately, 46-inch cut. It's not good. And then we got the big Cub Cadet 2554 with the 54-inch deck on it. So what's that, 90 inches? That's not bad. All right, no, more than that, right? Yeah, 90, oh, 100 inches. All right, 100-inch cut. Dan and I both cut at the same time. All right, thanks for watching, and let's go fire up those mowers. And on another note, the township recently oiled our road, as in yesterday. And check this out. What they do is they put down these thousands of gallons of oil on these dirt roads to keep the dust down. And they recently put some new gravel on it too. So I'm not sure it absorbed it as well as it usually does, being that it's all new modified. But yeah, check it out. So they dump here, they spray oil on the roads to keep the dust down. I know, it's kind of weird, right? I don't know, I mean, got mixed feelings about that, especially with my little pond right over here. So check out the pond, trying to survive with thousands of gallons of oil sprayed by it. So obviously as it rains, the oil residue washes into my pond. There's my pond. Check out the pond. There's a maple tree pond. See if the frogs are happy today. Usually we see some turtles walking around, but I haven't seen any turtles yet this year. Saw one driving earlier today. Oh, hear that? That's a frog. Sounds like a big bullfrog. All right, so yeah, check it out. The pond is full and gooey. I don't see any creatures in there. No ducks today, nothing. So, all right, let's go fire up those mowers. But here's the dirt road, freshly oiled dirt road. And like I said, you know, mixed feelings about that. But it's good they spray the road, I guess, to keep the dust down, because when you keep the windows open in the house, everything does get dusty. But, you know, oil, and we're trying not to spray anything here. So, who knows? All right, just a thought. Check out the rat boots, oil road. All right, we got all this stuff to go do. Thanks for watching.
Got a decent amount in there.
Fill her up. Actually, this Cub Cadet is a lot worse on gas than the Craftsman is. You gotta push this little tab in.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying.
Push, twist. Well, you want to push that tab down. Push this tab down and I'll turn the knob.
Boys created this.
Fill her up. But it's amazing how much more fuel this Cub Cadet goes through than the Craftsman. Kohler versus Briggs and Stratton. I got to do a video on that someday. Kohler versus Briggs and Stratton, and see who wins. I think I do like the Briggs and Strattons better. I don't know why I say that. I just do. Takes care of that gas. That's all I do is buy gas.
Bugs. You think I got it all?
Yeah, that's it. When you put it on, you don't necessarily need to hold that thing. You can just scrape it on.
I can't pour with those on. Wait, let's see how full it is.
Oh, I can see gas in there, so it's full.
Yeah, that's good.
That's all we got, so. All right, that's the Cub 2554. Let's see if we got any oil in it. Guy bought this off. I don't know what he did with his hood, but his hood falls off all the time. So I don't know what he did to it. Look at that. We are full of oil. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's even clean too. Alright, so that one's ready to roll. Let's check the PYT9000 out here. There might be more fuel in one of those other cans.
This is basically out of gas.
That looks like it's over full, but that's just the way it goes.
This is basically out of gas.
I don't know why these mowers always have to run out of gas so far from like that fuel source where you have your gas can stored, but they always do. So let's fill this thing back up. As I said, look at that. The Briggs & Stratton is still going, and the Kohler is out of fuel again because this thing is just a pig on gas. I don't know what to tell you. This Kohler motor, I'm not gonna be able to pour that with one hand, so let me put you guys down here. That Kohler motor, this Kohler motor, is a pig on gas. That's all I could say about that. I'm gonna put you guys here. Oh, here we go. So like, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Let's get you guys getting filled up here. But the Briggs & Stratton, I think, is a lot better on fuel than this Kohler. This Kohler goes through fuel like crazy. Well, I guess this is the can I gotta poke a hole in yet. It's amazing how simple of a thing that is, but I never do it. You're ready to mow, not ready to mow, what am I saying? But there was a question about it. The Briggs & Stratton seems to be much better on fuel than the